His name was Laquan McDonald, and he was 17 years old, from Chicago. What you just witnessed was a child executed by 16 shots on October 20th, 2014. Whether you want to come to this realization or this true conclusion, this is genocide in slow motion. Over the last 2 years, they've shown us that they don't care and they're trying to wipe us out. Did you see how calmly they murdered him? You know, like it was just simple target practice. I'm shocked at how I'm no longer shocked. I've gotten so used to this, it's ridiculous. We've actually become desensitized to their killing. It's like this is a horror movie that we've seen over and over again. We know exactly how it ends. Did you know the average investigation length for when a police officer is killed before an arrest is made is around 38 hours? 38 hours. But it took them 400 days for the police to decide that Laquan McDonald was murdered. 16 bullets. 16 shots to his body. It took 400 days? Wow. He was just a 17-year-old boy. He was just a child. He was shot 16 times and he was still alive, but they completely ignored him. All of the officers there ignored him. That's because they wanted him to die. A boy walks away because he doesn't want to be altercated by you. He doesn't want to talk to you. When you shoot him 16 times, is this how you stop somebody walking away? By shooting them 16 times? Is that how you apprehend people? Shoot first, ask questions later? They didn't even try to apprehend him. Oh, and just so you know, he wasn't on drugs. All of his toxicology tests came back negative. Each time they murder a person of color in cold blood, they tell us to remain peaceful. How about you tell your officers to remain peaceful and stop killing us? You don't want unrest? You don't want any more riots? Why don't you start to control your little harassing, brutalizing, murdering, racist police? Stop killing us, then there will be peace. They knew this video of Laquan being murdered and executed in cold blood was going to cause us to go crazy. That's why they try to hide it from us. That's why the Chicago police made a deal with Laquan's family to keep the tape from public view. That's why they paid millions of dollars to keep it from ever being seen by the public. You know, Chicago police deleted 86 minutes of security footage. They purposely erased evidence. That's not police work. That's called covering up a murder. All of the officers that were involved in that, are they being tried for obstruction of justice too? Or the officers who deleted video evidence and submitted reports corroborating a false story, are they being charged? Because those are most definitely accessories to the fact of murder. Our tax dollars pay for police cameras. Our tax dollars pay for police, period. So we have the right to be protected by these so-called protectors of the peace. We should have the right to dictate who is fit to serve us. We should have the right to see any videos recorded by police officers whilst on duty. These videos should be in the public domain. And for those of you saying, well, you know, at least he's being charged, they're only charging the officer because the video got out. Will he get convicted though? That's the real question. Being charged means nothing. Remember, being charged doesn't mean they're actually going to convict him. See, that's the beauty of white privilege. Get charged and still have the possibility of being found not guilty. Be a person of color, and you might as well prepare for prison. The officer who murdered Laquan McDonald, Jason Van Dyke, already had 18 previous complaints filed against him, and many of those for racial abuse. So at no stage did the police force think that this man was unfit for service. They allowed this officer to remain free and keep a weapon even after they saw this video for over 400 days. You know, without this video's release, there'd be no criminal charges made. What makes it worse, there are people out there who watched this video and felt that the officer's actions were appropriate and acceptable. Right now, all the news is focused on is covering the protests rather than how many cops were involved in covering up this murder for over a year. You know, I heard white people say, if you don't like it here, then go home. Where's home? You tell me where I'm from. We didn't ask to be here. You brought us here. You know what? Correction. You kidnapped us and dumped us in the Caribbean and then sold us on to slave owners in the U.S. Oh? And this country doesn't even belong to you. So how about you go home, Europeans? I've actually realized that I don't want equality. I don't want to be equal to the devil. I don't want to be on the same level playing field as people like this. I want liberation. Only fools think that we're actually free. People are protesting for change within the police system, but I don't believe we can reform an institution that kills black children in cold blood and then blames the children for their own deaths. Reform what? What are you going to reform? The system isn't broken. It's working the way it was designed to. This isn't something that's broken that needs to be fixed. This is an evil that needs eradicating. I'm confused why black people are still peacefully protesting. We know that the police have no intention of protecting us. I don't understand why we're protesting anymore. It's clearly not working. We need to focus on protecting and defending ourselves. I wonder if this 17-year-old boy ever dreamed he'd see his name in lights. Not like this anyway. Rest in paradise, Laquan. Right now, I call for unity within the community. Boricuas, Dominicans, Jamaicans, African Americans. Recognize your numbers. Right now, we need each other more than anything. I'm going to put a link to "If You Shoot Us, We'll Shoot Back" video in this description. Make sure you watch it. Share with as many people as you can, because we need to open our eyes. Because some of us are asleep. In fact, some of us are in a coma. Angel Ramirez Jordan. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at angel_IKYG. If you like the video, make sure to share and definitely don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell so that you always get notifications whenever I post a video and you never miss an update. While you're there, make sure to subscribe to my backup page. Also, check out my website, www.ikyg.com. Check out any projects that I might have going on, coaching sessions, Angel's thoughts, Angel's videos, any events that might be happening. Make sure to utilize the Black Money section of the website. Advertise your business absolutely free to people that look like you, free forever. And also, check out the shop part of the site for any IKYG clothing. If you don't see clothing in your size, don't worry. Just contact us via the site and we'll arrange it just for you. And as always, all the links will be in the description. Peace, love, and coconut oil.